What's poppin', guys? Hope you guys are having an amazing day. And today, for you guys, we're going to be breaking down the Book of Boba Fett, episode 6. So, firstly, it was just wow. The cameos were just amazing. Gave us some Grogu, gave us some Luke, and it just so perfectly fit into the Star Wars saga because it just had so many of the mainstream characters like Mando, Ahsoka, Luke, Grogu, all these people, Cad Bane too, of course, Cobb Vanth, so many people that we saw in past shows just all kind of came into this one episode. It was just 30 minutes of pure entertainment, really. However, I don't really like that it's focusing so much on these cameos because, in my opinion, cameos are just like I want the plot of the Book of Boba Fett to continue. The way that the flashbacks, I'm pretty sure the flashbacks are over now, but the way the Pikes were happening, the Pikes plot, and all of that, and the Jaw, and how Jabba's reign should be ended with the other Hutts, and all of that plot was amazing. I feel like that should have been continued. So I like that the way I wanted it to happen was I liked the episode 5 because we had a cool cameo of these characters, of some characters. But then I feel like when it came to episode 6, they should have continued with the Boba Fett's plot. And they should have had Mando and Chrysanthemum and Cobb Vanth and all of them come. However, they shouldn't have focused on it so much. I feel like they should have just taken a portion just to introduce Cobb Vanth and all of them. And Cad Bane, that could have been a small cameo at the end. But it should have continued the Pike Syndicate and the planning and all of that. I feel that would have been much better because then we have a 2 episode finale, just like Bad Batch. Because now we know that the episode 7 is going to be the last episode. It's kind of stuffed in. I hope it's not going to be too long, but it kind of has to because you have to wrap up the entire show in one episode now. So I would have liked it if they kept episode 5 the way it was, because if you look at the Bad Batch too, we had a full episode where it only showed Hera and her story in that, and it kind of introduced us to Hera's childhood. But then the next episode we came back to the Bad Batch. And I thought that's the way they would have done it, but then out of the 7 episodes, they legit took 2 episodes and made them into like Mandalorian season 3 episodes, which I didn't like because it's a Book of Boba Fett, of course. And out of the 7, 2 of them are gone, and we only have 5 episodes, which are going to be about Boba Fett and his character development. And there are a few people that liked it, that we had 2 episodes about Mando, but I feel like that 1/5 episode could have kind of left Mando's story and Luke's story and Grogu's story on kind of a hype and excitement episode, which is going to kind of set up Mando season 3, which is going to set up Din Djarin season 3. And I feel like that's really going to hype it up, and it's just going to make everyone so excited for it. And also, a lot of people say that they kind of liked this, that it had 2 episodes, because they felt the Book of Boba Fett was very slow, and they had so many side kind of quests and stories. But the same thing happened in The Mandalorian, and a lot of people didn't like that either. In my opinion, I agree. I don't really like the side stories and side adventures because, honestly, they're most of the time pretty damn boring. But then, in a way, I'm not asking for the episode 6 to be a side story sort of a thing. I just wanted a 2 full episode finale, like the Bad Batch. And now coming to the Book of Boba Fett's episode 6's cameos, we look at the biggest cameo, Luke Skywalker, of course. Luke and Grogu's dynamic is really cool, and I really wanted to continue in Mando season 3. And the choice that he gave, of course, to Grogu at the end, he said either take Yoda's lightsaber, come with me, be a Jedi, be the first student of my great Jedi school, or you can take the best armor that Din made for you and you can take it and become a Mandalorian with him. So in my opinion, this I feel is a test just to see what he's more loyal to. And I know a Jedi is not supposed to have attachments, but in Legends, Luke kind of did. For Luke's school, he didn't want to repeat Yoda's mistakes of not having attachments. And what he did was he let his fellow Jedi have attachments. I'm pretty sure that's actually what happened, yes, in the Legends. So I feel that right now he's continuing what Yoda did by saying Jedi should not have attachments. But then Grogu, I feel, will somehow connect with Luke and tell him that Jedi too should have attachments. And he would show Luke that, yeah, you can have attachments as a Jedi, and it might as well just make you much, much stronger. And from that moment on, Luke lets Jedi in his school have attachments. Another way of seeing it is that Grogu might be the second ever Mandalorian Jedi, just like the other guy from the Vizsla family that had the Darksaber. He might take the Darksaber, become a Mandalorian after he grows up, take it from Mando or Sabine or whoever it is currently. He might take it and then he might actually become the next Mandalorian Jedi. He might just maybe use the Force to levitate both the Beskar and the lightsaber to show Luke that he wants to use both of them. And then, of course, we had Ahsoka Tano, who is, of course, a fan favorite. I mean, she's one of my favorite characters too, but I didn't like her in this specific episode because I feel like she was very stuffed in there. She was very rushed because she didn't have a proper role to play in this episode. She didn't really do anything in the entire episode except give Luke the Beskar, which, I mean, Luke could have just went to Mando and taken it too. She didn't really do anything. So I feel like, yeah, she was kind of stuffed in there. I didn't really like that. So comes back to my point that the Book of Boba Fett episode 6 kind of just relies on cameos for its entertainment. The perfect example, as I said, is Ahsoka. She didn't have any role to play, but she's a fan favorite, so they just kind of put her in there just to, get more cameos in there. And then to another cameo of Cobb Vanth. He's an amazing character. He's really badass and stuff, and I want to see him later too, in a bunch of other shows. Even though he's dead, he's presumed dead. I'm not sure he's dead. I've looked online, a lot of articles saying he's not dead, and if you see closely, the villagers all rush to him and see if he's dead and call for a medic and stuff. I feel like they might have just checked if he's breathing, and he actually is breathing, so they kind of call medics or something. So yeah, I feel like he isn't really dead. All the villagers try to help him. Not the deputy though. I feel the deputy might be dead. He's kind of a background kind of waste character. I don't know why they made him talk so much and stuff. Maybe he isn't dead too. He might play a future role too. I'm not sure. And then, of course, equaling Luke Skywalker's cameo, we had one of the biggest cameos, and we had the first ever appearance of Cad Bane in live action. Cad Bane right now is kind of the spur of Star Wars right now. He's firing around on all cylinders. He's going on every show, and I'm not sure when he's getting his own show because, I mean, he's basically making a cameo in every single show coming up, and he's just kind of doing his job every single time. He's doing so well. Does his job, he accomplishes it. He's probably the best bounty hunter in my life. I've seen better than Django, better than Boba, and better than Embo, all of them. And so for this reason, he's really awesome. I want to see him more. However, I don't think we will because I feel that Book of Boba Fett is going to be the end of Cad Bane. If you don't know, in reality, in the legends, the way Cad Bane dies is in the hands of Boba Fett. Boba Fett's mentor, the guy who taught Boba Fett, was actually Cad Bane. And they actually have a duel, and Cad Bane gets shot by Boba Fett, and Boba Fett kills him right there. We maybe could get to see a duel between Cad Bane and Boba Fett after the big battle between the Pikes and the army of Boba Fett. So what I'm thinking is maybe it starts off with the war between the Mando, Chrysanthemum, Cobb Vanth, and his people against the Pikes. That all kind of happens. Fennec Shand is in there helping them, kind of the leader. And then in the end, we see both Cad Bane and Boba Fett alone because they go long back before to the Clone Wars. They both were master and apprentice in a way, right? Cad Bane used to teach, used to mentor Boba Fett, and then they have their duel. Boba Fett kills Cad Bane. That's the duel is actually the climax, not the war between the Pikes and Boba's army. The climax is actually going to be Boba Fett versus Cad Bane. This is my breakdown for episode 6. It was huge, wicked whack of an episode, honestly. It was good, it was bad, it was everything. And yeah, it was just a wow moment for me. It was really cool in some ways. It wasn't that cool in some ways. Yeah, but those are my predictions for the next few episodes too, and next few Star Wars upcoming shows. That's all for today. If you guys enjoyed it, hit that like button, turn on notifications, subscribe, and until next time, see ya.